Eric is so cool.
Bro, I'm trying to do something. Shit ain't working how I want. It's not working how I want. I need that extra light. I just do. All right.
All right.
I can't do it. It's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Am I being a Madonna right now? Probably. I'm okay with that.
I mean,
It's kind of washing my face out. That's not gonna work.
it's your podcast. You need to look as good as you want to on your podcast, bro. Don't be like me and just show the fuck up.
Back together again.
It feels different because it is different. We're on a consecutive roll of just going live only, but you know life, guys. That's not how it's supposed to be. 2020's taught us anything. You're not gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you deserve.
Yep.
And what you deserve is to know that you're on the Identity booth. Welcome, welcome. It is your boy Heero, and we got the boy E-Facts, E-Dub. Eric, how was Thanksgiving? Because that's the holiday reference that we're going to use to judge where we are in life.
Listen, Thanksgiving just happens to be my favorite time of the year. It just sucked because COVID. I didn't get to see nearly as many people as I wanted to. You know, you got your grandparents saying, we don't really feel comfortable. But like 2 weeks ago, they were down in Austin, hugged up, taking photos with people and with other family members. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even calling you because you want some boo-boo. I love my grandparents. I mean, but it just is what it is. You can't pick and choose. And again, they know what I do. So of course, they're not going to come out and say that, but you know, it is what it is. But I did go see my aunt, my older cousin and his son. And we just sat around and ate and talked for like 8 hours because we barely seen each other this year.
Yeah.
So
it was kind of surreal not being able to see people this year, but
I know you didn't go home, did you?
No, I was camped out. I had company, but I was camped out.
Yeah.
I think a big part of the whole holiday seasons for me is the seasonal depression and stuff like that. But
yeah,
2020 has been ass backwards, man, and I've been fine. I've been like good. I mean, I feel like it's because I have had the live streams. I've had the comic book to keep me busy. I made like super long ground yesterday. I think I went live and just drew for 10 hours straight, which was great. But we all good, man. But we've been going live so much, we didn't really have a chance or situation to just sit down and do a podcast. And while this won't be coming out this year, it'll be like part of season 2 and stuff like that. I think it's still time for us not to feel the pressure of having like the audience in there with us, because when we're interacting, we constantly have to like, you know, keep them engaged, because it's not just us anymore. We invite the whole community into the booth. So we appreciate you guys coming on board, sticking with us. This has been a great year as far as growth for us. You guys have continued to identify with us as we identify with you, and we appreciate that, and you guys have been showing your support. I think this is the first time ever in this YouTube channel's history that we have more people watching our content who are subscribers than non-subscribers. So like that's huge for us. I think 68% of our views come from our subscribers.
And that's big because, you know, if we could sustain that 70% as we continue to grow, that's going to be big. I mean, I know people who have a million subs and have less than 30% subscriber viewership. So I just want to keep that trend going. You know, we need to make a goal of 1,000 subs. We need to get to 1,000 subs
in a hurry. But me and you've been doing this too damn long with especially with each other, that like we can go on a live and just talk. But when we do decide to sit down and do something a little bit more scripted, a little bit more with a rundown that follows it, it makes it flow a lot better for us. But as far as our commentary, I don't think that we have anything. People really just come to see us bump elbows. That's all they really
do. They really do. Like
the political season has just been too. Like the political season is almost draining. Yeah, it's the most draining on me and Eric's friendship and just our ability to commentate. Because when we do meet up to talk, it's always there, so we always have to talk about it, and then we also need to know where we each other stand before we say it. So we're having this conversation 2 or 3 times, and then we then have it with the public, and then it's just like, all right, bro, we get it. like
Yeah,
like at that point I'm looking at somebody say something like, didn't you just hear what Eric just said? Shut up, no one
yeah,
cares.
yeah. It's been a lot, and especially because we tend to meet in the middle, but this is probably one of the few times where we were just at a gridlock and weren't moving and weren't budging on our positions at all. Like, and we never do that. And it's funny because I had my buddy Adam call. Adam. He
Yeah.
called me. He's like, Eric, man, I just don't know how you can do that. How you can do a podcast with a guy who thinks that way. I said, you know why? Is because at the end of the day, we have one goal. We have the same goal. We just have two different roads to get to that goal. So we're gonna bicker all the way. You know what I mean? Until we get there, we're gonna argue about how to do it uh, uh, here and there. I'm quite sure, but it's just I just like what I was telling him. He didn't understand. So my boy Adam, he lives in the Philippines. He's 45. He grew up in Central South Florida. Wasn't well, he's not a silver spooner at all. He's had
Yeah.
to work and grind for everything he's had, and so he understands a little bit about where I come from and the things I've been through. Known him since for like 10 years now. But all that to say, people who watch us and their ideology is on one side when they're used to going back and forth with people on the other side. They don't go into it thinking that me and this person could legit meet in the middle on most of the important things. And so they don't do it. And told him, I said, the thing about me and Heero is we're two black dudes arguing about life and politics for the most part, which is about to change because we're finally through this season. But we're you don't understand that what our real mission is. And I didn't go off into what that is. I was like, but we do this is so that there's a lot of black people who either see it only my way or see it only his way. They don't ever see us meet in the middle. So if people see us argue and then come back and meet in the middle and tell each other we love each other at the end, we can hopefully uncondition some of these, for lack of a better term, ignorant people out here who just think that I'm boxed into one way of thinking or behaving.
We just finished in the book club the miseducation of the Negro, and it's a
Call the
startling,
G.
man, the startling like difference of thought process and what it means to actually think and be a proprietor of movement in the black community. I think J. Cole said it the best: if you don't dribble or spit on a mic, people don't want to hear you. So
That's it.
it's hard to, it's mad difficult to bring change to your community when you're being stunted by your community. I think something I was talking about is small black business Friday yesterday. I was like, shit, my shit's been free since this guy here.
I'm saying.
Like, support is free over here. I say it all the time, but I mean that's the truth. Regardless of how the election swayed, the fact that we've we've migrated. I've started talking about other things on the channel already.
Yeah.
I've covered a few police shootings and stuff like that already because once November 3rd happened, it's over. That for us, our next goal becomes like, I mean, not over in the sense of like, it's still always going to be a conversation, but the next goal for me is trying to get these houses or these senates to flip accordingly,
That's not gonna happen.
or get these bums who
Talking about somebody was asking about marijuana legalization, and she gave the most ridiculous answer. And I basically told her, lady, kill yourself. I was like, because the majority of people who are getting prosecuted in your state for marijuana possession don't look like you. I said at the very most you need to decriminalize. Well, I've never seen anybody on who smokes pot whose mental state is going up. In fact, there's studies that show that that it is detrimental for your brain. And I'm like, but you'll allow liquid poison to be on the shelf and dang near every store, and anybody that has a fake ID or is at least 21 can go buy as much or as little as they want and intoxicate themselves so much so that they can't even operate machinery, motor vehicles, etc. You can't even combine that with other medications. But you think that pot is bad. And I was just like, dude, get out of here. Like,
Man, it is that sick 1960 ass focal speech. Um, we not worried. We can't, lady, whoever you are, we can't wait to get your spot, get you up out of your spot. We can't
yep,
wait.
you gotta go. She not even old, bro. She gotta be in her 40s, but she gotta go.
You gotta
That
go.
kind of thinking's gotta go.
Yeah, absolutely. But then, uh, uh but then ultimately what it comes down to, this has just been a little rundown of what we've been doing, and hopefully, this is probably come out 2021, so hopefully shit's a lot better. Hopefully the
Yeah.
vaccines working, hopefully people are being
Hopefully.
educated, people like still put on your goddamn mask, like there's
Yeah.
2021 is a year of like we going to have to weather the storm and the pain, and the economy has to come back. Hopefully the government gets itself together so we can get some people the much needed assistance that they need to get back on their feet, and the world goes back to some semblance of not normalcy, better. The world needs to get better.
Are we building back better? I don't know.
That's to be determined, man. It's a long road. When nuclear physicists are being killed in other countries and no one has claimed the murder of the scientists in Iran, it's just like, come on, guys. We've made it this far. Let's not let 21 trip us up.
Shorty on my line and we feel some fights.
But
Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.